What are the criticisms of dependency theory? What are the criticisms of dependency theory? This theory emerged to explain why Latin American countries often struggle economically compared to developed nations. However, it has faced several criticisms that are important to understand. One major criticism is that dependency theory oversimplifies the complex economic realities of Latin America. It often portrays these countries as mere victims of external exploitation. This view can ignore important internal factors, such as local class structures and political decisions, that also influence development. For instance, some policymakers have pointed out that Latin American economies can industrialize despite external pressures, challenging the theory's main claims. Another point of contention is that dependency theory struggles to explain how some countries transition from being dependent to developed. Critics argue that it rigidly categorizes nations into fixed stages of development. This does not account for the diverse paths that various Latin American countries have taken over time. Dependency theory also faces criticism for its policy implications. The focus on external constraints has led to strategies like import substitution industrialization. While this approach seemed promising initially, it sometimes resulted in increased foreign debt and economic inefficiencies. For example, some governments took on heavy debts to support domestic industries, creating new vulnerabilities instead of solving dependency issues. Additionally, critics from Latin America highlight contradictions in the theory regarding foreign investment and aid. They argue that blaming foreign capital for underdevelopment overlooks the fact that many Latin American economies depend on such investments for growth. This raises questions about whether dependency theory unfairly depicts external actors as solely exploitative without recognizing their role in economic support. Lastly, some scholars believe that dependency theory underestimates the importance of internal capitalist development. They argue that the challenges faced by Latin America stem not only from external exploitation, but also from internal economic and political structures that interact with global forces. These criticisms reveal the tensions between the desire for economic independence and the practical challenges of development in a globalized world. Dependency theory has influenced Latin American thought by encouraging critical views of historical exploitation. It has also inspired movements aimed at regional integration and cultural identity. However, its limitations have led thinkers and leaders in Latin America to seek more balanced strategies that address both external relations and internal reforms.